Once trusted, now exposed, Tammy and Salty have turned their own web of lies into a public performance. Whispering false tales to the coffee lady about someone supposedly dragging her on YouTube and TikTok, they hope to stir the pot. But the truth always brews to the top, and now everyone sees it for what it is. A messy show starring two self-sabotaging storytellers.
Coffee house. So what brings you up in this mess that's going on over here on the streets of YouTube? I heard your name mentioned and hadn't really heard much about you before, but I knew some people were upset that Tammy was talking to you. I'm almost scared if I'm going to get in trouble.
Yeah, you better watch out. Apparently, talking to me is just a real big problem. Well, I mean, you just heard my name, but my name's been being said for the past year, and let me put it this way. The first time I was contacted was a year and a half ago when my name started to be mentioned. And not only just my name, but my place of business, and it's really crazy to me because I know, listen, let me preface this by saying I am not a part of any type of community. I'm not on anybody's side. Whoever has beef with whoever, not my thing. I really don't care. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't even want to really be on YouTube. The only reason why I am here is because as of late, it's amped up. I've been leaving it alone. The fact that my name gets mentioned, the fact that my business is mentioned, especially for a group of people that is so sacred, not to say your name or your town or your business, but apparently my shit's just flung all over social media, and I didn't even have a page.
I know. I'm I've never seen you before, but
yeah,
everybody
because
has a
I
lot
ain't
to
hanging
say
out
about
on
you.
here. I'm working.
I love
I mean, I'm not to take away from any of y'all who are working on here. I mean, good for you. That's awesome. Make your money. When people come to look for me, here I am. If you want me, here I am. I mean, she doesn't have to say my name all over social media. I live 15 minutes away from her. You know what I mean? I don't understand it, but that's basically why I'm here. I mean, if you're gonna keep calling my name, I'm gonna show up. That's just the way it goes. That's life.
Yeah, I mean, she knows that because she gets summoned all the time, to platforms, and I mean that's kind of the name of the game for her. I can't tell you how many times I've seen her come up on a platform and be like, "I've been summoned," and I just make a little joke about it.
Oh, it's gotten more
So
so.
what's she saying about you? I mean, what's going on? What's she? I haven't really. I try to ignore that girl if at all
Right,
possible. I get
right.
I get sent things when she's talking about me, but I don't get everything she says about everybody. You know what I mean? So I don't really know a lot about your situation with her.
Right.
Um,
Well, it started out as so there was an incident that happened in our local community, and I'm not going to go delving into it. I'm not going to say a lot about it. But there is an active lawsuit. I am in an active lawsuit. I am the defendant. I am not the plaintiff. So I am defending myself in this lawsuit. It is a situation where there was a situation where and I don't know, so I'm not going to speak out of turn because I don't know if I needed to start screaming my name, Catherine McCabe, Green Bean Coffee House, Catherine McCabe, over and over again like a psychopath. But that's what she did. And people started to reach out to me and be like, hey, we're having beef with this lady. She's bullying us. This is what people are saying to me. She's bullying us, and she's screaming your name. So that got my attention, and I started to pay attention, and I have been paying attention for the past year and a half because I'm going to be dead honest with you. Before that happened, I wasn't even I forgot about her. I hadn't heard about her. I hadn't, seen anything about her. I don't, you know what I mean? We don't travel in the same circles. So she wasn't even a thought on my mind until people started reaching out to me. And then people kept reaching out to me. I would pay attention for a little bit, and then I would be like, whatever, that's stupid. And then I would pay attention a little bit, whatever, it's stupid. And now recently it's happening more often. I guess her and Tammy, they were friends. They got into a rift. This is all secondhand knowledge for me. I don't really know the details of anything, nor do I care to. But long story short, now, we are in a situation where I'm there was a panel the other day on TikTok, and Tammy and Steph this opportunity to make up, and there's these moderators that are trying to bring this together. Come on, guys, you guys don't have to fight, just don't talk about each other anymore. And, they're like, like all this time somebody's speaking on her behalf, and then she pops up and it's like, how do you know the coffee lady? Like, how do you, I need to know how you know, like, it was like all intense and shit.
Yeah, like why is it even any of her business?
Like, what does it even matter if she knows
Yeah,
me or she doesn't know me? But if
yeah.
she knows me, it's because you brought my ass to YouTube, bro, like, or TikTok.
But until it's proven, they're just the accuser, and you can't go and attack somebody else based on an accusation. And there's like this mentality of believe all victims, and it's not believe all victims, it's believe all accusers, because in reality that's what they are. Because if an accuser is lying about being a victim, they are not a victim. The true victim is in fact the person who is being accused. So we have to like make sure that we're using the correct verbiage, and I think that helps us understand a little bit better like how to properly treat people, in my opinion. But you just can't go based off of allegations and go attacking anybody. That's just not right.
Right. And I think, you and I had a really good conversation the other day. Actually, it was yesterday. And, we don't know each other. And we're strong. We're both strong women. And, you stand by your point and I stand by mine. And, we don't necessarily 100% agree with certain things. And, I had said to you, like, I definitely will not get into or engage in any conversations that has to do with like any like trauma or things like that when it comes to like accusing and stuff, just because that is such a very sensitive topic and not one. I'm not a clinician, so it's not one that I feel that I have the resources or the education or ability to properly just speak my mind on and not be worried that I could potentially put somebody at harm.
Yeah, mentioning your name and just kind of like telling people they're not allowed to talk to you, because I know that she was very upset with Tammy for like having spoken to you and was demanding answers of like how do you know her and like all that. Does she go around and like harass people that talk to you? Is that like her MO, or is she just saying derogatory things about you? Like I'm curious the level of like interaction that she's communicating out there about you. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I don't know exactly what, I mean, other than like videos and things like that I've seen. It's just mainly she feels like she needs to um make me out to be some horrible person who is costing her friends so much money in this lawsuit. And again, and I want to and I don't know, this Rebecca, they are like, I don't know if they were talking about me. They were on Tammy's or Tammy was on their live, and they were saying something about like, oh, you're friends with this person that's making them pay 400 over 400,000 for a lawsuit. I don't know if they're talking about me. They were like, the Rebecca was saying almost verbatim what Stephanie was saying 2 days before. If she was talking about me, I'm really not sure why she would be. I don't know her. She doesn't know me. She doesn't know my situation. Even more so, again, I am the defendant. I am being sued. The people who are suing me are more than welcome to end the lawsuit, just like the way they started it. Be sure where numbers like $400,000 are coming from. I would love to see receipts for that. Rebecca was speaking about me again. I don't know if she was, but if she was, I would love to see the receipts for whatever it is that she thinks that I was. That I'm doing, I'm sure as hell, if I'm being sued, not going to just roll over and take it. So, I'm not really sure what else I'm supposed to do in this situation, but it's just that it's just going around and saying, oh, that I am, just basically telling the details of